was like super easy to get started.
Hey guys, we are back to play Jackbox. We're just gonna get the setup here and we'll go ahead and get started. So.
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and hit start. And if anybody else wants to join, LBNI is the game code. So, good luck, guys.
I think mine is not working.
Let's
Fine,
see.
do I hit everybody's in now?
Alright.
Super weird.
It's uncomfortable.
Do I push the button now?
Yep, go ahead, Whisper.
Okay.
You guys hear me? Just curious.
I hear a echo.
You don't know Jack.
Let's see here. Hold on, give me just a second here. I will fix this for you guys so you can watch.
Welcome to Binge Pipe's very own
It's alright.
You Don't Know Jack. Oh yes, this game has always been part of the Binge Pipe family, and anyone who says otherwise will be severely reprimanded.
Perfect.
Trust me. I've never met a group of players I didn't like because they refused to interact with you.
I'm the clown. I'm number 2.
Alright, we're taking off.
Soon.
Started. Humongous father, let us stop for midday meal.
Hello?
A family of giants is ambling across the earth, and they
Okay.
want to stop for a picnic. One
Right.
wants a nice, flat, dry place to lay their picnic blanket. A delta, an arate, a flat iron, or a
Nice
mesa.
dry place to lay a picnic blanket.
I know the answer to that one.
I
I'm not gonna tell you though.
You got it. A mesa is an elevated section
Yeah.
of land with a flat top.
R.I.P.
Yeah, la mesa.
Cliffs.
Oh, venga a la mesa.
This is the classic.
Yeah.
All families have been giants.
The game audio is really quiet.
Lovely audience do. Good news.
I'm not sure if I can correct that right now. We'll fix that in the next one.
We'll see if your luck
Let's put
holds
some
out.
cumbiones.
Yay!
Behold, if I only had a prenup.
I
Just
forgot
switched
to
over.
myself.
Man from Wizard of
I just
Oz
switched over to
marries
my
a woman
computer.
and
Can you
one
guys
day
hear me
she
okay?
gives birth to a
Uh-huh.
tutor baby. Uh-oh, who is the father? The brass pool boy, the aluminum milkman, the
Oh no, I don't know medals in English.
the Tin Man's best friend, the lead man.
Hurry, hurry.
Yeah.
Damn,
Oh, fair language barrier.
Damn it, I didn't answer.
Yes.
Same.
Save ourselves some time. Pewter is a metal
Oh my God.
alloy traditionally consisting of tin and lead. So yeah, it was.
I know, I messed up on that one.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my.
So wait a minute, if you don't,
No.
if you don't answer, do you lose anything?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
lose a
you
point.
take it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn it. I just found that out.
Up next, acne from the block. And
Acne
it's a
from
this
the
or
block,
that.
ew.
This or
I'm
that.
gonna read off 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a
Mm.
movie starring
I
Jennifer
choose these.
Lopez or a skincare
This
product by
or that.
philosophy. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between a J-Lo movie or skincare. And you're all doing this together, so look at mine. Okay, let's do
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Where is this
funny.
question?
This is funny. Okay.
Oh,
Oh damn it, it goes so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Hurry
There
up!
you go.
Hurry
Ooh,
up!
that
2,
was
1.
quick. Damn.
Come on, 5, 4,
Oh my God.
3,
you're
2,
Oh,
1. Oh!
Oh
You
shit.
guys are losers.
You're not
I don't even know
Come
what's
on.
happening.
You gotta go. You gotta do
Oh.
it.
Oh, this is
Come on,
awful.
3, 2, 1.
What?
Ah!
Yeah.
I'm just hitting J-Lo movie and hoping
Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
Deep breath.
Skincare or Ah!
Hey!
I don't know.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know either.
Really quick.
I don't want
Same,
to.
I'm confused.
What is
What
it?
is this?
What is it?
Ah!
Oh!
To be this bad.
Just hit yellow and hope everything goes right.
Of all the losers, you were the
I got
for
1 out of 7.
Okay, I got 4 out of 7. I don't know JLo movies like that.
Same.
I don't either. I'm not that big of a
I barely watch movies.
I don't even know what they are.
The telephone keeps moving.
You'll receive a bonus for each player who chooses incorrectly.
I couldn't
I
have
there
said better myself, apparently.
Well, I can't
That's
really
what
say
I
that.
call
We're live.
consumer engagement.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, cop!
Can you
I can answer this.
Here's one for you.
Ah.
I'm cuckoo for global agricultural statistics.
I'm cuckoo for global
Which of these
agriculture.
breakfast cereals
Okay.
is made with the top 2
I should know this. I
most
took
grains
college
in
in
the world?
agriculture.
Cinnamon corn
Oh.
crunch, now with wheat. Frosted potato nuggets, now with soy.
Course potato
Fruity
nuggets.
rice dunks, now with wheat. Or
I don't know, I'm
sliced
guessing.
corn zings, now with extra
I don't
corn.
know.
Sounds like they're all fake.
Not my field of science.
Well, they are
Yeah,
all
same.
trying to find the top 2 produced grains in the world.
I work with viruses.
Corn is the most produced grain in the
No,
world.
I said
Wheat
I
comes
said
in
B.
second. Rice is
Oh,
a close
damn it.
third.
Yeah, they're good.
Boo!
Oh, I got
Corn.
Fenway, stop
Yeah.
cussing!
I like corn.
I am so sorry.
it. Potato nuts.
We all eat potato nuts at breakfast? Of course.
I have no idea what they are.
I'm kidding.
Bump and grind. Dance-based exercise is very empowering. That's
Little
why I'm
bump and
currently
grind?
wearing a bedazzled headband.
Ay, ay,
How
ay,
many
okay.
moves could I actually
Hey, that's what it said.
burlesque
Oh
dance?
my.
Shimmy out of
Oh
my shimmy, shake
my.
out of my shake, bump out of
Oh
my bump,
my.
jiggle out of my jiggle.
What is that?
What?
What is this?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Thank you for the
4,
countdown.
3, 2, 1.
I love this part. Time to strip some points.
Summer one, I'm in. Like, good
Oh.
lord.
Another
boo.
word for chemise or slip,
Stop,
a type of
stop, though.
sleeveless
Torch,
dress
you're
or
underwater!
I'm,
Negative?
Wow.
Is also a
Ooh.
dance
I'm
move that is
ready to
very
lose.
seductive.
Hey,
Or so I've been
guys.
told. I'm ready.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
So weird.
Say goodbye to round 1. Time to count
Yes,
your
like
chips
halfway
and
through
shake
here.
the table.
I'm weird and I'm
Scared,
proud.
my boys.
Player 3
Me too.
You know what? I'm just gonna
Hey.
keep bottom place warm.
Oh yeah, he's at their workout dress.
Wasn't last. Thank you, Dubs.
I'm down to be last.
Round 2 screws have crazier effects.
Oh, you
Plus,
get a
they earn
screw.
you a bigger bonus for each
Oh,
player that gets
man.
the question wrong.
This hard
So
stuff.
don't be
Yay.
shy about using them.
What do I
Press
use
the
that for?
button fast before you get screwed. Oh, and by the way,
What is
all
with the
cash
nail?
too is doubled.
We had
I don't know what
screws or
screws are.
something.
That.
I am feeling.
I don't know. I'm gonna try it.
Oh no, these count for double. I forgot.
Yeah.
I like to call
R.I.p. me.
Don't fail me.
delicious.
Here we go.
Who do you think is gonna win in the chat, guys?
Nailed it. Word
Not me.
choice.
Do not vote for me.
Inspired cake. Which cake would they be copying? A 12-layer cake?
Oh, I watched Nail It.
A 60-layer cake with
Uh-huh.
a nail?
Oh, here we go.
Well,
I've been
Hey.
screwed.
Six
Who
just
the
let
heck
loose a
screwed
screw.
me?
Didn't you say
What?
you
What
wanted
You
to-
wanna screw?
No,
wow,
I
you
don't.
guys.
Gar- no. No.
I was asking me if I wanted to
Oh,
change my
shit.
name to the typo.
Oh.
Oh no, I got disconnected. Yeah.
Oh, got
I just got
disconnected. What the hell?
Oh, no, that was
I
really
feel
weird.
Oh no,
I
what
wanted to change
happened?
my name to the typo.
Ah!
It's because the Latino was winning, right?
It's because I used the
Manito,
screw.
¿qué? El manito, ¿qué, güey?
Okay,
It's happened
Okay,
because the
we're gonna
Latino
have
was
to
winning.
it was too
Sorry, Sarah.
strong for Jackbox. Alright, give us a
It's all
second
because I
to
used my screw.
restart.
Yeah. Let's just restart the game.
Dude, I used my screw and I ruined everyone.
I was gonna say, like, I got this message saying you've been screwed, and changing your name to Bone Ranger. Okay.
Yeah, same. That's like Pinhead mine.
Mine was
Somebody
being
else
changed to
remembered
Pawn.
that you want to change your name?
Yeah.
I am not going to be called the diaper. I'm sorry.
And mine was like the Garfield.
The funny
Go
thing
with?
is,
Oh,
I didn't even get to choose it. It literally just like, hey, you want to screw someone? I'm like, yes, please. Click it. It's like, okay.
crash the game.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
You wanna change your name? No, then die.
You know I won't change my name to
Binge Pipe asks the
No more.
revolutionary question. Could a fictional framing device for a video game
Okay.
change the entire future of media
Oh,
consumption?
boy, I was winning.
Our investors sure hope so.
I was winning, that's why.
Alright.
It's okay. I will still be last.
Yes.
Is that the right code, Dean?
I guess my way to victory once, and I will do it again. Guess everything.
Okay, there.
For entertainment. But what about my
Is that the right
physical nerves?
code?
Sounds like you need to try binge
I.
Come again?
I don't even see a code.
farms create human
Oh.
consumables using the latest
Oh my
technology. Instead of
Yee.
sunlight, the crops are fed your personal information
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
produce that's
No.
produced
No.
specifically for their target audience.
Wow, it tastes like nostalgia and
So I
self-insurance.
got a couple seconds.
That's the
I'm in.
personalized touch and the glyphosate.
I don't know what could be better than these binge pipe vegetables.
They also
Go.
Oh, was that the dead giant's arm?
Alright, anybody that wants to join, please feel free to.
For enjoyment with this upcoming Binge
VIP.
Pipe programming.
You need to fill in those last slots here.
Players succeed. Not Coach Jones.
Where'd everybody go?
He's a massive
Oh.
dick. Hey guys, what's up? So
Alright,
since my last video,
Clown
I
Grin,
took
you
a
are the
photo of
VIP, so
myself
please go
every
ahead and
day
hit
for a
start.
year. Thanks for all
Yes.
the positive feedback. It was
I'm gonna
really
the
fun project.
approach.
It's all my.
Binge Pipe is pleased to bring back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe.
Here we go.
Fine.
I have
Alright.
fear.
I love how go back to your background of the horse.
I'm Cookie Masterson,
I
and
have
I will
fear.
be your guide. Now close your eyes, take my
I'll make sure
hand,
not to
and
screw everyone this time.
Thank you.
6 players is the perfect number. Oh, 8 players. Well,
Messed us all up.
that's good
I'm
too.
sorry for crashing the game.
Our energy is too strong. It causes us to crash.
Oh, no. Where'd my phone go? Oh wait, I'm holding it.
Ah.
I can't believe I did that.
Oh my. Who
Oh,
just did that?
wow.
Who
I
just
can't
did that?
believe
Oh.
it was me. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I said that.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna send you back. Send you back to bed. I think you need to go one more time.
No, it's fine. Okay.
That was good.
Hang
Oh
on.
my god.
Swedish with Anna Karenina, Shiatsu and the Great Gatsby, or Deep
Where
Tissue and
is
Jane
your-
I don't read it.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I can't get our
Whoa,
Discord
what's
thing to
this?
pop up, but whatever.
Oh no. No.
Come on, guys.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, I didn't get the
I'm
answer.
gonna
shit.
get exposed that I don't read shit.
Well, yeah, because all the other stories don't have a happy. You get it?
Hey!
Everyone died.
But this was 1847,
If.
so you take
Torch,
issue.
of all people, got that right.
Hey, deep tissue.
So,
Hey.
not the smartest group. Don't spend it all in one place.
Oh my.
Stop
All
it.
right,
Oh my.
guys. PG-13, not Billy.
No desserts until you finished eating your map of Europe.
No, unless you're finished in your map of Europe.
Sprout,
Oh, that was
from the western
Where are those
side of
Brussels?
Germany,
Where are those
from
Brussels
the
sprouts?
Oh,
northwest
where does
side of
Brussels-
Belgium, from the southeast corner of Germany,
Got it.
or close
I mean, I
to
would
the
have said
center of
Brussels, but oh.
Caleb!
Sorry, I didn't see the other one.
Damn it! You know, you never.
I was like.
So what'd you pick?
Ow, that was aggressive.
Excuse me.
Oh no!
Wow.
Yeah, I messed that one up. I'm like, wait, no, it's the wrong one.
No!
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yep.
And as as terrible
I
as
missed that one
Brussels may
out.
taste,
Yo,
it
I
is
miss
rich
winning.
in fiber and multinational
Sometimes
Sorry.
I think you're personally
so
out to
just
get
stop
me.
whining and
No, I
eat
just
it.
didn't read it.
Hey, I'm in the wow. I'm actually wow.
This one's called
Guessing skills get better.
Erotic as watching paint dry.
Erotic is watching paint
Wow.
dry.
Because it's time for a dis or dat.
Anyways,
That's sex.
That's people.
First sex.
Oh, little one.
A 6-year-old. I should have the bear pink.
Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide.
I don't even know how Danielle Steele is.
Steele novel.
Oh gosh.
A shade of gray.
She's like a
And you're
novel,
all
a writer, like a really famous
Writer.
writer.
My God. I don't know any of
I know exactly what this is referring to, but I can't give it.
Same. I'm thinking about it.
I know they've been thinking.
No colors.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Come on, can I please get some of my money?
And
Sorry guys, if the audio in the game is a little low, I forgot to adjust that before we started, but in the next game we will adjust that and get that fixed.
Yes, summer when coming back.
Damn it. I missed.
fine things.
It goes so fast on your phone, you gotta like really be paying attention.
Most of you
Yeah.
Clicked on it outside of the square and I was very confused.
Of all the losers, you are the loser.
Yay
I know
for
a lot
me.
of colors.
Good job, Doug.
Well, it's apparent that I don't know.
Oh, that means it's screw
I
time.
literally was just like, that's not a color I've heard of, so that's probably the novel.
I was thinking more like, that sounds like an edgy title for a romance novel. That.
Oh,
Okay, they get it.
We like to give you things, as long as they're not
Who's gonna
now what?
Wait, why do I have the why did I get screwed again?
You have the screw to like screw other people to give yourself an advantage, but the last time I did that, I crashed the game.
Oh.
So you can try it, you have to scroll all the way down to use it, but...
3-star, 4-star general, a 4-star, 4-star general, a 5-star, 4-star general, or a 6-star, 4-star general.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we got a subscribe. Cool, thank you.
Brace yourself.
Shit.
Player
Screw
4
chase
gets
over
the room. I hope you can still read this.
Even screw.
Not.
Oh shit.
Let's see who got it. A little low. Would not answer again.
Oh no.
Reviews go as
If-
follows.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Now go back to Yelp to find a 5-star General So's chicken. Way to screw player 4.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, finally I'm not in the next.
Don't even know what's going on.
We're on
Hey,
question number
catching up.
5.
Hello everybody that's joining the stream right now. We're doing this stream for the charity of the Trevor Project. If you guys haven't known about this, check out the link in the description. And go donate. Go donate to a good cause.
I'm going to,
Oh, I hate this.
because I don't know any of this.
I just was
I use Celsius.
I was worried I'd run out of time.
I hate Celsius.
Okay, what'd you pick?
Hate your Fahrenheit. That make no sense.
Hey Google, what's 100 degrees Celsius?
I know the answer to this one.
I never thought I'd be attracted to a
Vile
baby.
Torch, you were the one
Can I
taking
say
hot
gender
shots on it, and you won.
I didn't even know what to do. I just
Say
guessed.
goodbye to round 1. Hey, voice, show me the data.
Took a pop shot. And did I win?
Currently,
Yeah.
player 6 is in the lead.
Goodness gracious. I'm
Hey,
not looking
way to
to
go,
it.
Torch.
These players are
Hey, I guessed
their
good.
scores are not. Your performance has
Yeah,
triggered
how the
need
heck-
for more screws.
I'm going to take in second place.
I got a
I'm
screw.
sitting here like,
For each player that gets the question wrong.
Clown brain, let's
Don't
use
be
our
shy
screws
about
for
using
evil.
them. The rest of you better answer fast before you get screwed.
You can make a
Don't press
sturdy
the
house
game.
with those
proud.
screws.
Round 2.
You're doing so well, Cookie.
did you start over?
called
right.
six.
A very serious medical question.
Oh, yay, my favorite medical question.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Swirling.
Sorry for
Reflux, liver disease, Erligita gluten.
What the hell?
What?
I'm going to guess.
If I think it's what it is, I am right.
Okay, who chose
Oh
what?
no.
GERD
It's
or gastroesophageal
Oh my
reflux
god.
disease
I did this wrong
involves
too.
gastric or
Frick,
acid
nothing.
contents of the stomach coming back into
Mhm.
the esophagus.
Oh my god! No!
Yeah.
Wow.
And GERD Gerber's first turn.
How to drown.
I'd
Oh
have
my.
known- oh my gosh. Wait a minute, I didn't click acid reflux.
Feast your
The
eyes
heck?
upon this.
It dubs.
Handmaid's Tale is
Yeah?
old as time.
I will be at Painted Desert FurCon is my next convention, which is next weekend.
To Beauty and the Beast, what would Mrs. Potts be called?
Who?
Of castle, of porcelain, of
Okay.
luminaire, or of beast?
Oh.
I'll be right back. I have to go and do something
This
real quick.
question has so many big words.
Yeah, I never even heard of that.
That's what I selected.
Handmaid's Tale? What the heck is that?
Let's see how that shook out. Yeah, way to be wrong.
The Handmaid.
Haha.
In
That new
Handmaid's
show that's
Tale,
been
the
on
main
Netflix
character's
that everybody's
name
been
is
talking
Fred.
about. Oh,
It
it's
stands
Hulu. I'm
for of Fred,
sorry.
because she's forced to work for a
Nope,
commander
it was
named
definitely not
Fred.
porcelain.
So Mrs. Potts
Everybody
is
can beat
by
me
the
now because I
beast would
don't know
be
what the heck I'm
of
doing.
beast.
Me either.
Oh, you win. Dang it.
She's a teapot. Where else can she go?
Bug.
Well, this is awful.
How the scores change so fast
Would
in
like
this
to
game?
initiate a moment
I was noticing that it's very fast on your phone. So anytime that I like might glance away for a second, it's like I'm done.
I wonder if we can make it to 4K by the end of this stream for the Trevor project.
Close.
That'd be awesome.
That would be great. Let's make it to 4K.
Let your friends know.
The choices have been made. You have engaged with the process.
Oh my god!
It's time for a question where you do count your chickens before they're hatched. If you have 6
I'm back.
eggs
My
and
German
2
Shepherd
chickens,
opened
how
up the
many
door
chickens
and
do you
tracked
have?
mud all over the house.
3, 6,
Yikes.
9, or
Yep.
1200? Well.
Oh.
What the heck? Okay, someone just screwed
Oh, I
me.
got a screw.
Clown.
Gee, I wonder who's giggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good lord.
I need set form.
I'll tell you what, guys. If
Oh my soul.
the Trevor Project, our donation stream, if we reach 4,000 donations, I will personally go get telephone and bring her on the stream.
Yeah, but that's not the type
Oh.
of you voted for.
Now everybody has
Oh.
Because you are counting her chickens before they've hatched, your 6 eggs get added to your 3
We're almost there,
chickens,
guys.
So it's
Oh,
9
that one?
chickens.
No, I lost yet again. Lovely.
Oh my gosh, you're telling me they're counting
Dangerous game.
chickens.
Yeah, we chose the question where we counted after they before
Oh,
they
what if
hatched.
you're going purple?
Yeah, that's assuming that they all.
That's assuming.
Because if we chose the question that said you gotta count them before they hatch.
Next, allegedly delicious.
So I did good for a
No one
moment.
can get you out of jail like a lawyer.
Yeah, it's
Country.
too
You
long.
should toast your Spanish lawyer. What are you ordering?
Your Spanish like.
Avocado toast.
Okay, but
Oh, look
that's
out.
If I
Let's
Oh,
go
I'm
home.
screwed.
I just dropped
I
a
know.
shot.
Avocado
You're a
toast.
moving target.
Hurry.
Oh my gosh.
Strong green.
Why are these answers moving? I don't like this.
Abogato.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
For bouncing around my screen like a screensaver.
Avocado.
I should have.
What'd you
I
guys
should have gotten this one.
No,
Avocado
but it
is
Things
lawyer.
were
seems
moved.
like it should be that, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Avocado
It's me.
toast.
I'm
I
glad
always
I
have
took
trouble
full.
eating a pagoda toast.
No, I got this.
Dead.
Bye, Toast.
Abogado is Spanish for lawyer.
Avocado.
That's what you'll be ordering.
Kick you. Kick
Toast
you.
is not actually Spanish.
Yeah, come on, give it to me.
Hey guys, just so an update on the fundraiser. We're currently at $3,381 raised for the Trevor project. And again, if we reach 4K tonight, we will bring telephone onto the stream. But until then, go check out the link in the description of this stream, so you can go to the Trevor project and donate.
What should Bombay Sapphire
Donate, it's fun.
update its name to? New Delhi Sapphire, Agra Sapphire, Mumbai Sapphire, or Kathmandu Sapphire?
Rio! Oh.
Yeah.
I love this part. It'll get easier in time.
Hello.
In 1995, the Indian city of Bombay changed its
If you want to
name
throw on that
Mumbai.
Rio movie.
Yes.
Ask any bartender.
Hello.
You'd be surprised
Hello.
how many ladies are sent back because of geographic
Hello. What's
Yeah, finally. Come on, let's pick it up.
Okay, someone's getting competitive.
Oh, come on. I just like. Yeah.
You're always
Jack attack!
competitive.
Jack attack!
See an answer
Jack
to
attack.
category.
Avengers.
Ooh.
The faster you pick
Oh,
one,
this is where it like
the more
fires
cash
off
you
super.
make. And more than
Jack attack!
Oh.
each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away.
I don't know. I think Elmo could definitely be an adventure.
I think he would be the best Avenger.
Be a match.
Same.
Fits this crew.
What's the category?
Breading?
Recognize the
Oh, remember the
breeds of
clue.
these
Good
animals.
reading.
Dog. Oh, I see. Okay. Easy.
Good reading.
Yes.
Which dogs have
Yay.
the breed and which don't?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Here we go.
Easy.
Yes.
I know dog.
Dogs have
Yeah. Is it turn?
Whoa, jeez. What is going on?
Yes.
dogs make you
Caleb. Is it turn test?
Whoa,
Yeah.
going on? Bird, what type of bird? You know this. Whisper, do me proud.
Come on.
Bird,
I don't know what a sea stuff
this
is.
is gonna give me nightmares.
Fear sucker. Oh my god.
And fish. Beta.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I got all the fish.
Yes.
I got all the dogs.
I got all the dogs
Not
and
the-
the cats.
All I know is
Oh,
that Jackie
oh, I know this one.
Yes! Okay,
No,
George is
no.
like the best
Yes.
one. Come on. Yeah.
Barbacoa.
Come on, do not fail me. I swear, if you guys fail,
Oh shit.
oh
I
my
did
god.
not fail on that one.
Thoroughbred, really?
Where's the thoroughbred? I love it.
Wait, not Velvet?
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I got all the rabbits.
Yay! This is awesome. Come on. You guys do another round? Huh?
Oh, cool.
I got lilac. Yeah.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, my final score. What?
Well done, player three.
Oh my god.
Nice job.
But you
Oh, my God, you won.
No
Just like
way!
I still technically
Woo!
graduated with a degree in
Woohoo!
Oh, and just remember,
It kind of went a little slow on me for a minute there. I didn't see my name until you guys said it. Yay!
Oh my god.
I got
That was-
second.
Okay,
To be monetized.
Oh, I feel much better because I started out so low.
Well, I was
I was questioning.
the half and then I failed.
I was starting to question my.
Thank you for joining us for this
That was fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is awesome. All right. So,
Yeah, this is a.
wow.
I enjoy this one.
Ben,
this
you
is
have
fun.
won the game. Congratulations, you get nothing. Thank you so much for joining. So again, we've played another game. Guys, it's time for another break real quick, and we'll be back after a short bathroom break, and we'll be back into playing more. So again, give us a little bit of time here, and we'll be back to answer some questions. So until then, I'll see you guys in a few moments. Okay, guys. Sorry for the long break. We are back to answer your questions. I noticed that someone in our Discord chat has my YouTube stream up, and I'm getting a little bit of an echo. So if one of you guys can fix that, that'd be great.
Make sure everyone's on push to talk, and it won't be a problem.
Yeah.
And this has headphones.
Alright,
it seems like Dub's circle is still lit up.
Fixed it.
Haha! Thank you. Let's see here. I'm gonna do...
Okay, it looks like it's Rio's.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Alright, ready?
Turned off. I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw... Whoa, we got an echo going on here, guys.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Who it is?
Who's the culprit? Because I have headphones on.
Yeah, I have headphones on.
Alright, one at a time, let everyone say hello, and we might be able to find the culprit.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
I think it's real. Do you have two mics?
I only have one mic, and I turned off when I'm not talking, so I don't know why it's picking it up.
We will solve this.
Hello?
What happened? You were fine before.
Ah!
Oh, well, what's this?
Not mine,
Hold on, we're having technical difficulties. Let's see here. Test. Testing.
It's Rio.
Oh!
No! How do I get it stopped?
Try going to push to talk. And also, if you have headphones,
that sounds fine.
Okay. Now it's good.
Now.
Yay! Alright, so why we're doing this, I'm gonna put this over here. So what we're watching right now, and I will get this window capture working here. Currently, let's see here. Why aren't you showing?
$100.
Hold on. Give me a second. Technology is hard. For some reason, I can't get it to show. I wonder if it's because it's on this screen. No. Oh, that's interesting. It just won't show the video call. What do I do?
And of course, I just got a knock on my door saying that I'm leaving for dinner pretty soon.
Alright, no problem.
I'm gonna go up and see my brother in Denver.
Well, cool. That's awesome.
Have fun, be safe.
Means I have to stop drawing too and get all ready.
Oh.
Aw. Well, thanks for joining us.
I could still be on for a little bit listening, but I'll probably have to go in about 20 minutes.
Okay, no worries. Let me just try and troubleshoot this. I don't know why it's doing this whole, like, non-transparent thing.
I like that answer. Just hit it.
Just smash it a ton. Okay, well, well, I guess we can't stream what Nimbus is doing because I can't figure that out, unfortunately. Nimbus is working on a skeleton for a 3D model of a Dutch anal dragon. Unfortunately, I guess that's just not going to happen. So, with that being said, let's go into... I guess going back into art for now. So we're going to be answering some of your guys' questions. We had so many good ones that we wanted to get to. If we don't get to your question, I do apologize. It's just we got sent in a lot of questions. So in the time being, we're just going to answer what we can, and we'll go from there. So just give me a couple more minutes here to get things set up. I want to make sure that I am watching the live stream so I can watch you guys' questions as well and see what it looks like on YouTube from my phone. So it might just take me a second here. There we are. Cool. All right. Question time. Question time. Question time. All right. So the first question is from Pascal, if that's correct. What is your opinion on furry hate? You know, I guess I'll let you guys answer this first, and we'll go from there.
So,
what is your guys' question on furry hate?
I don't understand furry hate. Everyone has something that they're interested in. Honestly, I see it more often. People like the sport or stuff. You know, the first community is their workshop.
Seems like we're still having a weird audio issue.
Voodoo, what is the scary noises coming from? You sound very far away, Voodoo.
Yeah, you sound very far away, and I keep hearing the echo of my creepy laugh.
It could be because I was a little bit away from my computer.
Well, I want to add to that, actually. Like, I mean, it really depends on what kind of furry hate you're asking. If it's people that are non-furries that hate furries, or if it's furries in general hating things or whatnot. I think when it comes to furry hate from outsiders and everything, there's a small understanding from it, because people don't really understand sometimes what the furry fandom is, what it's about. And that's a really hard question to answer in the first place, but you know, it's never a good thing. You know, if anything, it's always good to lead by example and set good examples and be positive about things. And, you know, in the situation of the furry fandom, I like to be open-minded about it. And, you know, obviously I am a furry, but, you know, just furry hate is, I guess, in short term, lame.
I think a lot of it comes from my own personal experience of people who have said some very weird things about the fandom. It comes from a really large place of not understanding what it is. It is a very weird and very different activity for people to participate in. So when people hear about it, they often they shun it away because it's so different. But I find as they get to know it a lot more, they tend to not hate it so much, and they think it's a little less weird.
I have a little comment to make on the furry hate thing. A lot of it does come from, you know, misunderstandings, but sometimes the loudest people are the most obnoxious. For me, initially, I didn't like furries because I had one that treated me very badly, and it was my only experience with furries. But once I got to know the community and the people, I realized it wasn't like that, that was just that one individual. So sometimes, you know, showing people that, you know, not everyone's like that one person. As well as sometimes it's scary, like especially with fursuits, because you never know who's inside. So some people get scared by that, and that's understandable.
Also got to look at the way as the media also severely misrepresented us on a few things. And it was nowhere near what we are. I've had a lot of people, especially young first-time furries and their parents, said, is this really what goes on? No. You just got to be honest. That's the best thing to do to fight the hatred and misunderstanding. You just got to be honest with them.
That's actually a major thing in my hometown area. Like, we're from a very rural area, and like the first stuff was very frowned on, and like I ended up becoming involved in it, and now even my parents will educate better because I'm within this and they get to see it now, and like they're helping educate those in that area, and it's actually changing, so there isn't as much hate towards it out there. So the hate is oftentimes misinformation, you know, in various areas, or you know, what have you. And because it is something that is not fully understood by a lot of people, it ends in them hating the culture and, you know, the community because they don't understand it.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, the fandom is definitely growing. I mean, I can't really speak for the fandom because, like, it's not like one thing or the other. It's a community of people that have the same interests in anthropomorphic animals when it comes down to it. And, you know, in the past we've had a bad rap due to media, like, representing us poorly, and you know that's actually starting to come to light. So I think things are gonna actually be a little bit easier, and it has been for the most part. Like, there's been a lot of people speaking up about what the furry fandom is. There's been a lot of media casts and everything kind of searching for better answers than the negative ones that they have portrayed in the past. But you know, we can only go forward, you know, show what we're about, be good to each other, and you know, just continue to improve and press for a better fandom. So
yeah, and I was saying, like, not to sound like every Marvel movie ever, but people fear what they don't understand.
Yeah,
that's true.
Very true.
Okay, so moving on to the next question. How much have there's no name. Okay, how much have Dutch Angel Dragons changed throughout the years since you first created them? Whoa.
Do you have a book ready?
A lot.
You got a pillow.
That's a very, like, I could go on for hours about how much it's changed, how much I've learned. There really isn't like a guideline on how to make a species out there. So like everything's been through trial and error. And, you know, new things have arisen. Like, the story itself is, like, completely a 180 from where it used to be when it first was an idea of mine. And it definitely has developing for the better, and I'm super excited to change a lot more. It's still in development. The thing is when it became live, goodness, what was it, 6 years ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of information about the species, and now that I've learned a lot more, I've been adding more to it and changing things, and there wasn't a lot of information to begin with, and there still isn't, but this year I'm planning to work on a lot to make things clearer, to change up things, and kind of adjust to make it work better as a species. So here's hoping for the future, and yes, it's just changed a lot. Alright. So, I'm just gonna move on to the next question here that you guys can ask or answer. What is your advice for creating your own species?
Ooh.
From Mochi. Go for it.
Use real animals as inspiration. Like, 100%. Like, your favorite animals, and like definitely animals you wouldn't think of using, but like, if you go to a zoo, like, you'll find some really, really awesome stuff.
If I can say, because I don't know if the folks here know, but it's one of my very first ever made characters. He's my first time creating my own species. He's known as a Dorcosaurus. Right. But he is a mix between a shepherd I was looking more along the lines of a stegosaurus with the spikes and the horns and things like that. So it's just really whatever your imagination can hold to. It's just like I crossed something that's extinct with something that's cute, fuzzy, and chases tennis balls. Do whatever you think you can do. Just have fun with it.
There is a lot of stuff that we could cover on that. I feel like, you know, doing some research and everything, there's actually creature creators from movies like creating Star Wars creatures and whatnot that have books out there that are really insightful. Yeah. Super insightful and super helpful. Like, I've been doing, like, a lot of research to kind of, like, make this a species and not, like, a hybrid or anything. That wasn't my main intent in the first place, but definitely I do draw a lot of inspiration from horses, obviously.
Oh yeah. Don't make a species for the fame or to get the attention of people. That's the wrong reasons, because your species will end up being not full, not completed. You gotta have passion to really try on to give it life to your creation.
I think, yeah, definitely. Passion is definitely something that drives this, especially for me. You know, we could have a couple of people, or like what we're dealing with right now, where we almost have 11,000 people within our Facebook community alone. It's not numbers that matter. It's about how passionate you are to share something with, you know, basically an entire community.
Put what you love into it.
Yeah. All right.
Because if you don't care about it, then, you know, you're just gonna let it phase out.
Yeah. Where did you get the name Dutch Angel Dragons? That's something I can answer really quickly here. I got the name Dutch Angel Dragons. So originally, you know, Dutch Angel Dragons started off as just Angel Dragons. And I wanted to add something a little bit more original to the name. And I decided to choose something that was very dear to me. Was my late horse Dutch. And that's where the name Dutch comes from. So, you know, in the past, like, the part Angel Dragon is just kind of, you know, I had a love for dragons, and I felt like because they had feathered wings and stuff and kind of portray to the lore, they were, in a way, more angelic, but, you know, things have been changing, and, you know, yeah, it's just what it is. So, yeah. Let's see, what's our next question? Okay, this is from Volpe Foxley. When you think of making a character in the worlds that those characters live in and interact around, what is your biggest source of inspiration?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. Does anybody want to add to that, or should I lead off?
That's a really good question. I'm thinking on what they can say.
I have to go back and read the question.
I would say that thinking about how you think your characters act and such, and how, like, what kind of environment you want them to be in whenever you're, you know, thinking of that world that they are living in, such as, you know, if you have one that is within a human realm, but they're a, say, spiritual creature or something, how are they going to interact with, you know, people or animals? Are they going to possess them? Are they going to, you know, haunt them? Like, how are they going to interact with that? It really is on basically what you feel your characters or your species will act and what they do within that realm. Such as, like, if you have something that feeds off of spirits, are they going to have some sort of way of drawing in, like, you know, are they going to have some way of drawing it in order to catch their prey, or like along the lines of those? That's the way that I'm viewing it.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Just quick thing that I remember, there was like a Disney interview where they asked how they created the worlds, and one of the guys said like, we think what the animal eats, and we start building from that. Like you gotta start thinking what prey do they have, so where do the prey lives, and that was like from a Disney interview. I found it very.
So I went on because the mic cut out. I had to go on and reread the question. But it's the one where basically why we chose a duchy.
It's the one highlighted in gray. The question was,
Oh,
when you
okay.
think of making a character in the worlds that those characters live in and interact around, what is your biggest source of inspiration?
Life events, really, for me, anyways. If I want to be able to figure out my character and how they're going to interact with them, I just remember how it was when I was getting into this fandom, or how I wanted to be treated and things like that, and that's what I use for inspiration.
I think, honestly, for me, inspiration is all around you, especially when creating a character. I kind of like starting with the character first before I think about the world, just to kind of like figure it out, and that'll be my base model. As far as inspiration, it can come from anything that's around you. For me, some of it's from my dreams, some of the abyssal species that are coming within the species guidelines, or not guidelines, but information. You know, I had a nightmare about this really scary creature. It was like a pig anglerfish kind of creature. So I was just like, I have to draw this. Like, this has to be a thing. And it was just like, you know, using inspiration from that. And then I use a lot on like natural inspiration. I can also, like, you can draw inspiration from movies. Like, what kind of sparks that interest to create something, and go from there. So when you have the character, you then start to think, okay, what's the world that this character lives in? And then you can start to think about, what does this character eat? How does this character live? Does it breathe? Does it, you know, there's tons of questions that you can ask yourself, and then start to develop its mentality on how it interacts with that world. So, you know, it really depends, and obviously take everything I say with a grain of salt, but that's really how I go about the process, especially when it comes to making the Dutch Angel Dragon story and the lore. There's so much to it, there's so many things coming to it, and that's where I get my inspiration. Anybody else want to add?
I think you pretty much hit it.
Well, in my case, I think a lot of biology, like how this creature can like interact with the world. Like I will put one species I'm making right now that they are sort of like sort of failing humanoids. And I like, yeah, it was like, yeah, now I have the character, their biology, and now I will start making the world towards them. For that, it drew inspiration from like South America. Like I say, yeah, let's make them sort of like, I don't know, pre-Columbian cultures for the planet, for everything around them. Like the like young alpacas, they use ponchos and stuff like that. And then I started thinking about how they will interact with, I don't know, humans in the world, or like with technology and stuff like that, so it can cover almost everything situation I can put them on. Like I do a lot of concept arts about like them interacting, clothing, everything. So I can cover what they can, and the rest I start working slowly from there. But mostly I concentrate around the character, and then around the world that this character will interact.
Awesome. That was a really good response. Anybody else want to answer that? We can move on from there.
I think everyone answered what I was going to say, so go ahead.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of telephone questions here. Oh, this is a good one. When did you decide to become a furry and why?
Oh goodness, that's a good question.
I didn't decide.
Same. Like I found the community. Actually, a sad fact. I was with a whole bunch of friends that told me that the furry fandom was just a bad place. You should never join it. But I just got curious about it and decided to look it up for myself and join through the love. Like I basically joined through the love that I found through Dutch Angel Dragons through a mutual friend of mine, and found the rest of the furry fandom through that. And it was funny whenever I told my friends and my not those friends but my new friends and then my
Mine
my
is a bit of
family and all that.
a funny story. So I have birds, and I use bird calls to teach them songs and to talk. Oh wait, are you talking still?
I was, but that's okay.
No, let's let you finish.
But whenever I told like my friends and family, they're just like, "Oh yeah, we knew you were that." And it was funny. My parents were just like, "Yeah, we knew that's what you were. We just didn't know there was a name for it." And I was cracking up laughing, just like I didn't even know I was, and they knew. But I really thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's super fun, and made a lot of amazing friends.
My telephone keeps messing up. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries. Go ahead and
no,
say what
you're...
you were gonna say.
Okay, so mine's kind of funny. I have birds, and I actually use like a little bird call to teach them to talk and sing and do various things. And I had these two little parakeets. And, I was looking up YouTube videos to see, like, other people using bird calls and, how to use them and, like, techniques. And one of my other bird flew onto my hand. So both my hands were taken up by these adorable little budgies. And a telephone video popped up. And at the time, I didn't like furries at all. Like, at all. I was not a fan. I was harassed by one. And so, like, I wanted to move it, but Harold was being so freaking cute. And I was like, I'll just let this play. And as I watched it, I was like, well, that's kind of cute. Like, that's not so bad. And then, of course, another telephone video popped up and another one. And up until where I was like, okay, I really like this. And I started trying to, like, look into, like, what in the world is this thing? Like, is this actually a furry? Like, is this from a movie? What is it? And that's how I found the Dutch Angel Dragons and ended up becoming a furry. And that's why Whisper's color is inspired by that little parakeet.
Oh, it's cute.
Oh, thanks, same though. I didn't like furries because I had seen the CSI episode, and for some reason I was searching how to dance, and a telephone video randomly popped up with Taylor, and I was like, oh man, that's so cool! I want to make one, and I even made my own bootleg telephone that no one will ever see.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And then when I went to a furry gathering, they were like, "Oh yeah, the adorable dragon character. Yeah, but you shouldn't copy because that's not good." And I didn't know at the time, but they were so sweet. Like, no, we don't copy, but that's good. You can just add a few extra colors and make it your new character. And I was like, oh, thank you. They were so sweet.
That's awesome.
That's kinda what happened to me. I was researching about making a toothless quad suit because go hard or go home, and who popped up? Telephone. So I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. I don't know what this is because I'm from the country and nobody told me anything about furries. And then I was like, yep, this is what I want to do, and that was about 4 years ago.
That's so cool.
I was actually, for those of you that don't know, I'm a military veteran, and when I left the Marines, I went to the National Guard for a little bit. Well, one of my evenings when I wasn't out at training, I hopped on the computer and was just randomly scrolling through YouTube, looking at videos. One of the MFF Good Times video came up. What is this? A bunch of mascots playing around, and I started looking at it more, and this came up, and I saw the one of her, either a Coke or a Pepsi, and I thought that was really, really cute. So I started looking more and more into it. As soon as I left from training, and I was back in North Carolina, I went on Furby and got my first fursuit. So it was really quick, and I named it after a character off a movie called Alpha and Omega.
That's awesome.
I had no imagination at that time.
I have to make fun of you because I feel like that movie is garbage.
I know.
Love you.
There are like 9 of them too.
Someone's gonna fight
Worse.
me.
I'm talking about the original.
All right, go ahead. Continue. I didn't mean to cut you off. You good?
I was good. You cut me off right at the right moment.
Oh, perfect. All right. Let's see here. Well, someone else can answer this one. This one's really easy. You guys already know the question is, can Dutch angel dragons have manes like lions and horses, or even have fluffy parts that some horses have near their hooves?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sirree.
What kind of face has a liney mane?
We have one that has kind of like a lion mane somewhere floating around.
I feel like an Angel's Nest design has that.
Yeah, there is.
Isn't it one of the, no, it wasn't one of the card deck ones, I don't think.
The what?
There was one that when the
I think
Angels
the one that
made it,
Radiant made has a lion mane.
There was a Leo one.
it was, yes. It was her Zodiac set that she did.
DJ Demon DJ asks, will there ever be more charity streams in the future? Absolutely.
Yes.
This is definitely one of many to come. Alright, here's another one. How did you tell people that you were furry?
You don't.
Exactly.
I didn't tell people, I just made a fursuit and was in it.
You know, it was funny because I never really... It was kind of one of those things I fell into for me. It was just like, you know, I was making a cosplay... You okay? Sorry, my husband. You know, I was making a QB mask for a cosplay, and my brother had walked into the room, and he was like, "Are you a furry?" I'm like, "What is that?" And he told me all these terrible things about them, and I was like, "Oh God, no, I'm not that at all." And then, like, I started thinking about, like, is my brother messing with me? Like, I didn't know if he was just being weird or something, so I decided to Google the word, because I didn't even know if it was a real thing. And I came across like a lot of good articles about the furry fandom and everything. I was like, this isn't a bad thing, and like I started to actually do the research instead of just automatically going off of what someone told me, and that's how I actually found the fandom. But like when it came to being a furry, I was just like, I think for my family, especially my mother, it was like a little weird at first, but she slowly understood. I never really came out as a furry.
I don't think it's something you should come out as. Like, if you make a big deal out of it, I think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I tend not to make a huge big deal about it. It's a hobby. It's an interest. It's a little fandom. I mean, people just see the art I have on the wall, and I'll be like, yeah.
They're like, yeah, hey, I'm one of those guys.
Totally. The parents were like very when I did it because I started making money out of it. Like, I started the cheapest fursuits you have ever believed, like for $20, $10. And my parents were like, "Are you making money with this?" Keep going.
I work with a lot of very sneaky and very very questionable detectives, and I don't tell anybody normally, but one of my detectives actually found a video with my face showing. That's how I was called out on it. Loved it. She actually wanted to get a fursuit afterward. So
Well, that's
you never
really
know
cool.
who's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom was very accepting of it. She's always been pretty accepting in the things I do. While my dad, on the other hand, it took some explaining, some conversations, because he's read the bad stuff about it, and he's just like, "Are you this, like judging you very harshly?" And I'm like, please don't. It's not that, because I posted the video of my Griffin partial poppy, and he's just like, "What is this? What are you into?" And I'm like, "Dad, please no." But he's slowly coming around. He's a little bit stern in his ways.
At least he's protecting you.
You know, and I had some difficulties, like, with, you know, my mother not really understanding it at first, but, you know, for me, she saw the positive in it, and I'm very thankful for that. Like, she saw that I was, like, helping charities and everything straight out of the bat. Like, you know, I used to suit around town in my costume because I was one of those weird furry kids at first where I had to go to Walmart in my costume because I was so excited to wear it. But, you know, I got approached by this charity organization in my hometown where they help raise food for homeless or people that are struggling for the holidays and whatnot. So telephone was actually a big part of that when I first got the original suit. And I used a lot of my costumes to put on a theatrical play to kind of help make money or donations for the cause. And that's when my mom was like, all right.
Can someone repeat me the question, please?
The question is, how did you tell people that you were a furry?
Oh yeah, I think I never really come out like, oh my god, I'm a furry. Like my family, the first meet I did go. I think I meet Summer Wine in there. I'm right? Ah, ¿qué pasó?
What was that?
I think someone
Like
walked in.
sorry, I just clicked the box. I was talking to someone else.
Oh, okay, alright. Well, while we're waiting on that, let me look at the next question we can do. Someone's asking, what program do I use for art? That is Sai, S-A-I.
It's amazing. Use it. Love Psy.
Huh, shy. Oh, here's a good one that we can answer while we're waiting. Apart from Dutch angel dragons, what is your favorite original species?
Ooh.
Alright guys, I gotta head out.
Alright,
Bye,
see you
Sola.
later! Thank you for
Bye,
joining!
Sola.
Guy.
Death and destruction.
I don't have one, but I really love wicker beasts.
Yeah. I like wicker beasts.
Like, I want one so bad.
I like wicker beasts, monokits, and protogens. I think those are really cool.
Yes. Yes.
I
All
like-
these species.
So long, Sonar.
I honestly am very proud of Nero. Proud of how I just randomly got on my friend's drawing device and made him in like 2 hours. So I'm kind of the ones that I've allowed. So Dorkasauruses are very like
Nice.
nice.
Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but there's this species that I've come across recently that I think is like the coolest thing. Let me try to find what it's called.
Gem raptors are real pretty too.
Oh, gem raptors are so cool.
Doily? Xioi.
Never heard of it.
They're like little aliens, and some of them are fluffy, and some of them are like not very fluffy, and they're so cool.
That's so cute.
That's cool.
I want to see them now.
I like Farron. I'm slowly collecting a bunch. I think I have like, probably 4 or 5 now. They're super cute.
Aww.
Say ferret?
Farron. They're basically like ferret dragons.
So
sort of like long dragon thing on Neverending Story.
I have a Farron, which Torch you have seen. They're really cute. That's what I was gonna say. It's Farron.
I remember.
I really like. I don't know if you hear them because they are closest species, and I took so long into snagging one. All the Brilorks that are made by Forest Fright. Oh, cool.
You have something like growling on your mic.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is that?
I'm sorry, I need to get something out of the house and stuff.
What are you growling?
Grr.
I think that one of my favorite species, they're called Tuskies. They're made by Madshi on FA. They're basically like a husky tiger.
Those sound cool.
Those are super cute. I love them.
Can-cans are really cute too.
Yeah,
Can-cans are really cute.
Like, apart from the Dutch Angel Dragon?
Ooh, I know they're kind of like close species and kind of hybridish, but I really love bear dogs from, let me get their Their name is like Hazelis or something like that, but they're super cool. Bear dogs, yeah. Highly recommend looking them up. I have one, and they're like super closed off, but they're super cute.
Another neat one is called Varens.
Why have I heard that before? I heard that somewhere.
I think that they've been slowly gaining popularity. I don't know when exactly they were made, but they're a really neat one. I have another one too. I'm trying to remember how to pronounce it. I think it's not a wyvern, it's a yerbin, I believe. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up again.
Someone's asking, what is Trevor for? The Trevor Project is a kind of like a suicide hotline or a support hotline for younger members in the LGBTQ community that are needing advice and help. You can read more about the Trevor Project basically by Googling it. Just look up Trevor Project, or I'll post our donation link in the stream.
I have a question. How long is the donation link going to be open?
I might leave it up after the stream for a little bit, and I'll double check into that. I'm hoping that I can leave it up after the stream for at least, I believe it's for a full 24 hours.
Thank you to everybody so far. We're doing really good.
What are we currently at right now?
$474.
Huh?
3,474.
Woohoo! We're doing it.
Yes.
I think we reached our goal and went past it very quickly.
Okay, guys, here's another one for you. What are the best ways to perform in suit? You guys can give some tips, and I'll add something to that at the end of it.
Hydrate or die.
Use
As a
big.
I can tell you, performing in suit, whether you're just derping around and feel really good because you're acting like a cute and adorable animal, or whether you're out there actually performing or out there at an event like a lot of us do. Basically, just hydration. Make sure you still give people their space. If they start to get scared, make sure you back off. But yeah, just make sure you look after yourself first and foremost.
Use big expressions.
I wanted to add something like, sorry, I wanted to add something like I never see on perform or something. Like, know your suit, get used to it, because I have a touching your dragon with a long and very, very like fatty tail, and when I just saw him, I started still slapping the people around. So just know your suit.
Make sure you don't knock anybody out with your tail unless you purposely mean to.
Practice in front of a mirror first, and that way you can see how the suit looks and the angles that it looks good at, and how big these movements are that you're making. Because sometimes you can think, oh, I'm making a huge movement, but you're really not, because your suit kind of blocks it. You know, you think you're waving really big, but you're not.
Make sure all your movements are extremely over-exaggerated. A digi-suit, plantigrade suit, three-quarter suit, half suit, partial suit, regardless, the fur and the thickness of your clothes from your general movement. So if you over-exaggerate your movement in a safe manner without knocking out the person or furry next to you, making sure that those are accented very,
Sending my
very
support
loudly.
from the UK Frog.
Alrighty. So, what are the best ways to perform in suit? Obviously, knowing your limits within your costume is important. If you're newer, obviously take a lot of breaks. Kind of know what your breaking limit is. When it comes to the character, especially like how I've gone about Telephone, she kind of develops as I go. As far as like the suit character, I know a basis of how she acts and everything. That's something that you can kind of think about as well. For her, she's more of a feral type character, so I wouldn't act as anthro as like, you know, some personas were like, oh, I'm an anthro wolf or something, and he likes music and he likes hanging out with friends. It's, you know, Telephone doesn't really understand some things, so I think it's kind of teaching yourself when you're in that character mindset to kind of forget what you know as a human being and then reconstruct your character to kind of allow your performance to flourish. You know, the best and most important part is to have fun with it. Don't overthink it too much, because I know that there's some people like, oh, I have to be a character, I have to play the part. You don't have to. If you want to, that's awesome. And I think that drives people to make really awesome characters and performances for everybody to enjoy at conventions. It's definitely important to know your boundaries with other people. And learning emotional cues kind of helps with how far you can go with one person when you're performing. That's why sometimes Telephone will reach and grab for a hat if I feel the person is comfortable enough. Sometimes I will just kind of nuzzle them, or I'll keep my distance depending on how the person acts. And like that's a whole panel in itself that I could talk about on, you know, reacting to people. You know, obviously for kids, you don't want to linger over a kid. It can be very intimidating and scary. You want to kind of bring yourself down to their level, and that's why Telephone will, like, you know, I'll get down on my knees and, you know, seem less like large and scary and kind of condense down to their level to be more inviting. But it really just depends on the situation. But when it comes to your character and development, it's up to you. You know, for example, with Telephone, there's some things that, you know, I'll do this once in a while, but she doesn't understand, like, automatic opening doors, so it'll scare her. And that's how I'll play the part. I'll just be like, oh, I don't know how to deal with that. Or, like, if there's just some weird object, I'll go and investigate it. Because, you know, Telephone doesn't... she's very curious and she wants to learn new things, and that's why she also mimics sounds like a chicken noise. That came about just because someone said say chicken instead of say cheese in a picture.
Another thing is you can really take inspiration from your pets, which is what I do with, you know, performance. It's taking inspiration from, like, you know, rather than being like trying to, you know, figure out a character, I'd be like, well, you know, I've worn Voodoo's one suit, you know, she let me borrow it, and I just acted like my one cockatiel. Like the entire time, I was super obnoxious.
It was cute.
I love it. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna... Oh, one second. I'm just blacking out ones that we've answered. Oh my god, there's so many more that come in. Can Dutch Angel Dragons have body weight, or are all of them very thin, never gaining or losing any at all? So this is information that is coming to the species itself about if they can or cannot weight gain. Obviously there's a limit, but there'll be more information on that soon. But your question, yes, they can become more fatter or skinnier, depending on the environment that they're in and what type of energy that they're drawing from and absorbing. Okay, how did you discover the furry fandom?
CSI.
I kind of slipped into it. It was a slippery slope. I don't know if anyone's ever played Ratchet and Clank, but drew a lot of that, and it very quickly I figured out what the furry fandom was, and I was like, yes, that's pretty similar. And then I found Dutchies.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know how old most of the age here is, but older ones, I'm not going to say my exact age, except I'm not at the wheelchair level yet. Look at some of the scene from our TV shows back in the late 80s, early 90s, where Biker Mice from Mars, Cowboys of Moon Mesa,
oh my god,
Turtles, things that brought the anthropomorphic side of it out into the general limelight. You know, the original stuff, all those cartoons from back in the day really ramped up what anthropomorphic was, and then from that point on, probably found it through another way, and then they're like, hey, I remember this stuff. I used to watch it when I was a kid all the time.
I learned about the furry fandom and Dutch Angel Dragons through a old friend of mine.
Another furry?
It's a personal story, but yeah.
I originally started seeing furries around anime conventions because I used to attend those. And as, you know, said before, I came from an area that furries were frowned on, but I had a friend, I'm not sure how they originally got into it, but he ended up within the fur fandom, and he basically was like, you know, hey, you know, you seem to be into this stuff, like, you should really check this out. It's not what people made it out to be. And he got me to go to Anthrocon with him one year, and it just kind of took off from there.
Mine was, like I said before, like my brother. If it wasn't that one moment where he wanted to tell me how awful furries were, I wouldn't have found out what they were.
Reverse psychology works.
Yeah. Let's see. Would we ever be interested in doing a charity meetup? particularly one for terminally ill children or something along the lines. Or something around a child hospital. Main reason I've been wanting to get fursuit. Cool. So I'll answer this first. It's really hard sometimes when it comes to doing charity events for, you know, anything around going to like a hospital, just because like people are trying to heal there. I have a little bit of experience with this. You have to go through like a lot of background checks and everything, and it really all depends on the hospital, but I'm totally always down for doing like a charity meetup. I've always wanted to do like a charity run in suit, so
I've done the Ronald McDonald House here near Duke, the Duke Children's Hospital, Wake Med Children's Hospital. I've been to a couple of those places doing some stuff before. Like Dee said, there's a lot of paperwork, and just to make sure that certain kids don't have allergies to it and that could cause them to get sick. The suit, you know, isn't completely 100% sprayed off, things like that. You have to be very, very careful. There were a lot of kids I couldn't visit. I had to just wave through the window.
yeah,
It's
it's really hard too, because you don't want to like scare you know, a little kid either. Not all of them understand it. There's some that love it, you know, but it's very. But like, if there's a charity like raising event, like, you know, a walk for this child hospital event or whatever, totally acceptable place. And like always when you're doing a charity event and showing up in costume, get clearance first. You don't want to just show up.
A good thing to do is check with like local events. Like if you have like a fur group that does events, check and see what they're up to. For example, we have our Pennsylvania Furry Entertainment. I think that we changed the name here recently, but there's a few owners of it that go through and actually set up charity events, such as here in like I think 3 weeks or something like that, we are going to what is called Motorama and working with Children's Miracle Network to collect donations at this motor event. So checking with a group to see if they have something set up that you can attend is a really good thing to do. Like they usually will go through the background checks themselves if they own it, such as, you know, any kind of criminal records or anything like that, in order to be able to set up the events and work with them. And then they will gather costumers or suitors or whatever they need, and handlers that they can verify are going to behave within this event and be able to do the event, and sometimes even do background checks on whoever is attending it. So that's a good thing to start with, and then like going from there, like they said, hospitals are hard to get into, but there are other things other than actually visiting a hospital in order to help raise money for these companies and be able to interact with people and children and make their day better.
Also, there are companies that you can actually connect with. For example, I was Adonta sponsored. They would send me to events and things like that. They have funding specifically for these events, so they will pay for you to like your travel and everything else. They'll set everything up. There are very strict regulations if you do go into hospitals, like how you wash your suit, what you wash it with, and everything of that nature. But you can get sponsored, and like a lot of what I ended up doing was basically like kind of like, you know, they set up those things for like read to a dog. Well, they read to a dragon instead, because it was kids who couldn't, for, you know, various reasons like allergies, you know, attend these other events. So they got to instead, you know, read to a dragon, and there was like a book drive. It was, you know, really cool. So look into companies like Adonta that do sponsor, you know, things of that nature.
Good information.
Everything went quiet.
Sorry. I'm gonna answer this question asking about how or why did you design telephone like it is now? This is something that's really just developed over years. Like, the first original idea of telephone, like, the body type and everything draws from a lot of my old characters. I've always had this fascination with a horse-like dragon. And then I had a dream about, like, the character itself and decided to sketch it out and kind of... I really took to it really well. And then I got my first suit from Phoenix Wolf, which was a head trade. And then later on they surprised, like, Autumn Fallings, or what is now Multicolor Barks, and Phoenix Wolf surprised me with a body for my first MFF back in 2011. And it's just like, you know, with the squeaker and everything, that's because of them as well, because when they first surprised me at MFF, they had figured out how to make squeaking sounds, and we actually used dog squeakers at the time. Like, dude, check this out. If you cut the squeaker out and put it in your mouth, which you shouldn't do, you can squeak. And we were the most annoying people at the con. Like, we were the annoying squeakers. And, like, it was something I was just, like, so obsessed with, and I thought it was so cool that I further went on to develop, like, the squeaker and everything. And, you know, here she is now, like, years later, and still running around squeaking, but I just don't use a dog squeaker anymore. I use a custom-made call that I made myself. Alright, let me,
Ooh.
Huh. I'm looking through the questions right now. We have some new ones I'll try and get to. When am I finishing Telephone's backstory? That's been a long work in progress. I'm still working on it, but right now my main focus is getting a lot more information about the species. But the story I'm hoping to maybe finish by the end of this year, maybe sometime early next year, depending on how much time I have. What is the favorite food of your Dutch Angel Dragon?
Carrots.
Charcoal.
For like,
I can't even think of friends.
What?
Like, funny enough, Summer Wine's story is somewhat like he lives on a grape farm, and the grape farm has problems because suddenly their grapes sometimes disappear because he eats them all. And Summer Wine sometimes feels bad about doing that because the people get sad, so he tries to make the plants grow more. So that's kind of his story. He's kind of a farmer dragon.
Aw, that's so cute. Telephone likes anything spicy, like chili peppers, ghost peppers, like anything like that. Hot sauce, buffalo wings, like, also bagels.
Do you really like those in real life? That's just curious.
Yeah, I do. I really like those things in real life. That's like all I eat.
I guess I'd have to say, like, either soft pretzels or pizza. I'm not sure. But yeah, I've never really thought about what Dubs likes to eat.
Whisper just eats sea creatures because she's rude.
Let's figure that out right now. What does Dubs like to eat?
Cheese. It's official. It's cheese now.
It's cheese. She's obsessed with cheese.
Has to be thing.
Alright.
Pretty sure that changes every time someone asks me. Like, I think the last time someone just like, what does Doug like to eat? I'm like, burgers, because I was eating a burger that night.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think it's time for, yet again, another break, guys. Let's go take a small little breather. Let's go, just take a break. Yeah, okay. Anyways, we'll probably be back here in just a couple minutes, guys. We've been taking breaks throughout the day just to give ourselves a moment. We'll try and get to more questions here, but for now, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, we are back to kind of give an announcement. I'm going to go ahead and get off and stop the stream. Getting a little tired over here, and I'm also getting a massive headache. So, unfortunately, I think this is the end. But nonetheless, thank you all so much for coming out and helping support the Trevor Project. That donation page will still be up. You can find more information about it on my Twitter, which is the ino89777, the ino89777. But again, thank you guys so much. Sorry that we couldn't get to all your questions, but hopefully in the future we'll have more charity streams just like that, or just like this, that we can do for you guys and kind of entertain you, and maybe have more games that we can play, more things that we can do. But for now, this is our first charity stream, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, really appreciate it, and thank you all so much for coming out. We will see you all later. Bye.
Adios. Ciao.